Today we're embarking on a unique and ambitious project, crafting a chef's knife from copper Damascus, a material that fuses the ancient art of steel forging with the vibrant warmth of pure copper. This isn't just any knife, it's a blend of tradition, innovation, and artistry, all coming together in a single blade. Creating copper Damascus means carefully layering sheets of high-carbon steel with pure copper, then forging them together under intense heat and pressure. The result is a blade with a fiery, fingerprint-like pattern that's both visually stunning and technically challenging to achieve. Each layer tells a story, and the copper's glow brings the blade to life. For this project, we've chosen a tall, K-tip chef's knife design. The K-tip, with its angular, pointed tip, is not only modern and aggressive, but also highly functional for precision work in the kitchen. The tall blade gives us a generous canvas to showcase the dramatic copper Damascus pattern. The K-tip profile stands out, offering a bold silhouette that's perfect for both display and daily use. Its height allows for smooth, controlled slicing, while the unique patterning makes every cut a visual experience. This knife is designed for precision slicing. Think delicate vegetables, herbs, and proteins, rather than heavy-duty chopping. It's a tool for chefs who appreciate finesse and control in their craft. Working with copper and steel together is a true test of skill. Copper's low melting point means we must monitor the forge temperature with absolute precision. Too much heat, and the copper will liquefy and run out of the billet, ruining hours of careful preparation. If we get it wrong, the copper could melt out, leaving voids and destroying the integrity of the blade. It's a delicate dance between heat, timing, and technique. One mistake, and the entire project could be lost. Our goal is to achieve a striking contrast. Dark, etched steel swirling around bright, warm copper veins. The interplay of colors and textures will make this knife truly one of a kind, a piece that catches the eye from every angle. Ultimately, we want a functional piece of art, razor-sharp, durable, and beautiful. This knife should perform flawlessly in the kitchen while also serving as a conversation piece for anyone who sees it. The patterns in the steel, the shimmer of copper, and the feel of the handle will all tell the story of its creation. Every detail, from the balance to the grip, is crafted with intention and care. We're starting with raw steel, copper, and wood. Simple materials that, through skill and vision, will be transformed into something extraordinary. It's a journey from the ordinary to the exceptional. This project is about pushing boundaries, combining creativity with technical mastery, and exploring what's possible when you refuse to settle for the ordinary. The finished knife will be a testament to craftsmanship, a tool ready for a lifetime of use, and a symbol of what can be achieved when passion meets precision. Let's get started and see what's possible when fire, steel, and copper come together. The journey begins now, and the possibilities are as limitless as our imagination. Every great knife starts with the right materials. For the copper Damascus, we're using 1084 high-carbon steel and thin copper sheets. The copper brings fiery contrast, while the steel provides strength and depth. For the cutting edge, we'll use a 5160 spring steel core, tough and excellent at holding an edge. We'll wrap this core in our copper Damascus using a sanmai construction, combining beauty and performance. The handle will be made from stabilized curly maple. Two contrasting pieces join for a unique two-toned look. Stabilized wood is dense, waterproof, and resists warping. With steel, copper, and wood ready, plus flux and epoxy, we're set for the build. Careful material selection is crucial. It sets the foundation for everything that follows. With our materials in hand, the vision for the knife is taking shape. To create copper Damascus, the journey begins with a careful selection of materials. We start by stacking alternating layers of 1084 high-carbon steel and pure copper, 13 layers in total, each one meticulously measured and cut to size. This precise arrangement is crucial, as it will determine the final pattern and strength of the finished billet. Each layer is thoroughly cleaned to remove any impurities or oxidation, ensuring a flawless bond during forging. The stack is then carefully aligned, and a sturdy steel handle is welded to one end, allowing for safe handling throughout the intense heating and forging process. Next, we seal the sides of the stack by welding it inside a steel canister. This step is essential. It keeps the copper contained and prevents oxygen from entering, which could cause unwanted oxidation or separation between the layers. The sealed billet is then placed into a forge and heated slowly and evenly. We carefully monitor the temperature, aiming for just below copper's melting point, to avoid any risk of the copper liquefying and leaking out. As the billet heats, the steel becomes malleable and weldable, while the copper begins to sweat, melting just enough to flow and bond the layers together, creating a unique metallic fusion. Once the perfect temperature is reached, the billet is removed from the forge and pressed under thousands of pounds of force. This immense pressure fuses the layers into a single, solid block, locking in the copper and steel. This first weld is absolutely critical. If it's successful, we have a strong foundation for our Damascus pattern. Any flaws at this stage could ruin the entire piece. The billet is then reheated and pressed again, drawing it out longer and thinner. This process not only elongates the billet, but also further refines the bond between the layers, enhancing both strength and pattern definition. Through this careful forging, what began as simple individual layers is transformed into a single, unified billet, each layer now inseparably joined to the next. The birth of our copper Damascus billet is now complete. As it cools, you can already see hints of the beautiful pattern that will emerge. With the billet solidified and ready, we move on to the next stage, building up the intricate pattern that makes copper Damascus so unique. The real artistry begins here, as we prepare to shape and reveal the mesmerizing patterns hidden within the metal. Temperature control is everything when forging copper Damascus. Copper melts at around 1975-degree dive. Almost the same as steel's welding temperature, a few degrees too hot, and the copper liquefies and escapes, ruining the billet. I use a digitally controlled forge, set precisely to 1970°, just below copper's melting point. The billet soaks at this temperature, ensuring even heat throughout. Each cycle of heating and pressing is a careful dance. Patience is key. Rushing risks poor welds or lost copper. This precision makes copper Damascus possible. It's a high-stakes process, but the reward is a blade unlike any other. With the layers fused, we're ready to multiply the pattern. With our 13-layer billet forged, it's time to multiply the layers for a richer pattern. We cut the billet into 3, clean the pieces, and restack them with fresh copper sheets in between. This brings us to 41 layers, which are welded and forged again. We repeat the process, cutting, stacking, and adding copper, until we reach over 120 layers. Too few layers look blocky, too many, and the pattern blurs. Each fold refines the design, transforming metal into a complex tapestry. It's labor-intensive, but essential for a striking copper Damascus. By the end, we have a dense, intricate billet ready to become a blade. The hidden pattern is locked inside, waiting to be revealed. Next, we shape it into our K-tip chef's knife. Now, we shape our multi-layered billet into the K-tip chef's knife. The copper Damascus forms the outer cladding. A 5D160 steel core provides the cutting edge. We forge weld the core between 2 copper Damascus slabs, creating a San Mai billet. The billet is heated and hammered into the knife's profile, focusing on the tall K-tip shape. Forging the tang proved tricky. The copper deformed, so I switched to cutting the profile and forging the tang separately. The rough blade is then ground to refine its shape and smooth the lines. At this stage, the knife is thick and unsharpened, with the pattern still hidden, but the transformation from billet to blade is complete. Next comes heat treatment to bring the steel to life. Heat treatment gives the blade its strength and character. First we normalize, heating and air cooling the blade to relieve stress and refine the grain. Then comes the quench, heating to 15-25° Ocean and plunging into oil, hardening the 5160 core. The copper in the Damascus glows with vibrant color after quenching. The blade is now hard but brittle, so we temper it at 400° twice, to add toughness. This balances hardness and durability, ensuring the blade holds an edge without chipping. After tempering, I check for warping and confirm the core is centered. Only a slight warp appeared, easily fixed during grinding. The blade has survived its trial by fire. It's now hard, tough, and ready for finishing. Time to reveal the pattern within. With heat treatment done, we move to grinding and finishing. I grind the bevels, thinning the blade and exposing the 5160 core at the edge. Hand sanding follows, progressing through finer grits up to 800 for a satin finish. Now the magic etching in ferric chloride. The acid darkens the 1084 steel, but leaves the copper bright, revealing the dramatic pattern. A coffee bath deepens the contrast, making the copper veins pop against the dark steel. After neutralizing and cleaning, the pattern like fiery fingerprints emerges in full glory. The 5160 core forms a crisp silver edge. The blade is now both art and tool, ready for its handle. Every line tells the story of fire, pressure, and patience. The soul of the knife is finally visible. Next, we craft the handle. The journey nears its end. The final step in this journey is crafting a handle that truly does justice to the blade's beauty and function. The handle is where the knife meets the hand, and it's essential that it feels as good as it looks. For this project, I joined 2 pieces of stabilized curly maple, one light, one dark, to create a striking two-toned effect. This combination not only adds visual interest, but also tells a story of contrast and harmony. Looking back, I realized that choosing a denser wood might have provided better balance for the blade. Every project teaches something new, and this is a lesson I'll carry forward to future builds. The 2 maple pieces are carefully bonded together using CA glue, ensuring a strong and lasting joint. Once the glue sets, I drill precise holes to fit the tang of the blade, making sure everything aligns perfectly. Next comes shaping the handle. I carve it into a traditional Japanese WA style, straight, octagonal, and designed for comfort and control. This shape not only feels natural in the hand, but also pays homage to centuries of Japanese knife-making tradition. The stabilized curly maple finishes beautifully, with the grains curl coming alive under the final coats of oil and wax. The wood's natural patterns shimmer, making each handle truly one of a kind. To join the handle and blade, I use a slow-setting epoxy. This creates a seamless, waterproof bond that will stand up to years of use in the kitchen. After the epoxy cures, it's time for the final sharpening. I carefully hone the edge on a whetstone, bringing the blade to a razor-sharp finish that glides effortlessly through food. The finished knife is truly stunning. Razor-sharp, with a mesmerizing copper Damascus pattern that catches the light, and a handle that's both functional and beautiful. In hand, the knife feels substantial and perfectly balanced, ready for any culinary challenge. The ergonomic handle makes it a joy to use. This project pushed my skills in temperature control, material selection, and attention to detail. Every step required patience and precision. The result is a functional work of art, an heirloom quality knife, ready for a lifetime of service in the kitchen and to be passed down for generations. The creative possibilities when working with fire, steel, and wood are truly endless. Each knife is a new adventure, and I can't wait to see where the next one leads.